speaking of Kyoli, we do have her on the lines with us this very moment. Kyoli, do you want to say hello to the listeners?
Yeah, hi.
Awesome. Glad to have you with us on the lines, Kyoli. So, guys, just a quick introduction about Kyoli for this moment before we continue with the interview itself. So, about Kyoli, her birth name Kyoli Lefawane, is an 18-year-old and currently in matric. She is a songwriter, composer, and singer. Kyoli's passion for music began when she was about 5 years old. She grew up immersed in music, from watching Trace Urban with her great grandmother to her parents' introduction to artists like Duffy, Gregory Porter, Bill Withers, and others. Kyoli's father frequently DJ'd at family gatherings, further nurturing her love for music. With the support of her parents, she began performing in front of audiences at church, school, recording studios, and serious music competitions. Various music competitions. And she has had music lessons since she was about 10 years old. In high school, she joined the a cappella group, and the choir further sharpened her musical prowess and solidifying her decisions to pursue a career in the industry. At the age of 16, she launched her career at Kyoli Lefawane and released her debut single, which is You Don't Know Me, in 2022, and that's the song that we played shortly. So the same year, she traveled to New York to participate in the International Modeling and Talent Association competition. Kyoli's latest single, The End, which we will be discussing about shortly as well in a moment. So that is a ballad that reflects a time of personal vulnerability, and through this song, she has grown musically and personally. Kyoli enjoys singing, songwriting, and arranging music, and looks forward to releasing more music. Once again, Kyoli, awesome having you on the lines this moment right now, and we have some questions for you as well. So, our first question, based on personal life and balancing, how do you balance your music career with your studies and personal life?
Okay, so I cannot function without having order. So I think the best way to organize everything is to schedule it so that I don't miss anything or forget to do anything. And then also I think it's important to prioritize so that you don't waste time on things that don't need to be wasting time on. So yeah.
That's great stuff, Kyoli. So, based on support, how has your family and friends supported you on your musical journey?
I'm very fortunate because although my parents, they didn't initially like the idea of me going into music, they definitely came around and they've been supporting me ever since that and really believe in me and everything that I want to do. And I think friends at school are so supportive because they're always attending my school performances, and
Wow.
I can always hear them cheering for me when I'm on stage, and it just gives me that extra boost that I need. So it's wonderful.
Definitely that is, and that's great stuff as well. And based on hobbies, what do you enjoy doing in your free time and when you're not making music?
So I do music so much that there isn't really any time for anything else.
Mhm.
But when I do get some time, I enjoy to play hockey. Although this year I've been very busy and I had to prioritize, so I have just been messing around with friends, like just playing for fun. But I would do hockey or sport or something like that. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so Kyoli, based on musical style and influences, regarding sound, how would you describe your musical style and what influences have shaped your sound?
So my sound is constantly evolving, and I'm honestly still finding my footing. And You Don't Know Me has influences from artists such as Monique Bingham and Rolf Gump. And the end is just so different artistically because it has inspiration from artists like Adele, Gregory Porter, and the
Yeah.
cinematic orchestra. So I don't know. There's a handful of artists that I was exposed to growing up in my parents' house,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the people that I strive to be like. So they definitely show up in the music that I write and that I would like to release in the future as well.
Awesome, Kyoli. So, based on evolution, how has your musical style evolved since you released your debut single, You Don't Know Me?
I think the only thing that really differs between those two songs is just the genre, but it's all still very much like I think I sound the same in all of them, and they're all very much true to who I am. I'm just learning new skills, learning new techniques with my instruments and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty much the same. Yeah.
Great stuff, Kyoli. So, based with artists, are there any specific artists or genres that you draw inspiration from?
Oh yes. Lewis Capaldi, Zach Bryan, more country, and then Adele is definitely one of my biggest inspirations. I've been listening to her forever. And
Great stuff.
I think the genres that inspire me at the moment are like country and pop. So like a country pop soul jazz fusion. And if it's anything that's like a ballad, I love it and I will do it.
Great stuff, Kyoli. So, moving on to career and future plans, based on your goals, what are your long-term goals for your music career?
I'm going to keep on releasing music, and I'm telling you, I'm going to be a household name really soon. And
Great.
I'm really just working on more singles and big talks of maybe an EP and stuff like that. So I'm really going to go into this. Definitely, yeah.
That's awesome, Kyoli. That's great stuff. And based on projects, are there any upcoming projects or collaborations that you are excited about?
Yes, I have a song that I've been working on for a while now.
Okay.
I don't know if I can say, but I think, yeah, it's called Natural, and it's a bit more of an Afro-pop fusion. So that's what I'm working on. And then definitely there's been talks of an EP, so we're very busy this side.
Awesome, Kyoli. That's great stuff. And then also, what message do you hope to convey to your listeners through your music?
I just want to I just want to convey that it's okay to be vulnerable, to allow yourself to just express your emotions and be who you are unapologetically, and not to box yourself in. As you can hear, I'm doing all these different genres because I don't like to box myself in. You have to. You should feel like you have to. So I definitely want that to be what people identify with in my music.
True, that's great stuff, Kyoli. And then also, based in the music industry and challenges, what challenges have you faced as a young artist trying to break into the music industry?
So definitely just getting over the nerve and, being vulnerable, putting yourself out there. It's very daunting at first, but I know that, like I said, I have amazing people in my corner that are supporting me all the time. So they make it so much easier, and I'm so grateful for them. Yeah.
Great stuff, Kyoli. And about opportunities, how has social media and digital platforms helped you connect with your audience?
Social media makes it so easy to gain a following and to just put yourself out there. It's just so much more accessible than I think it was back in the day. And I'm very grateful because through social media we were able to find my producer that I worked on with both of my songs. So it's very helpful and it's amazing.
That's great stuff, Kyoli. Awesome. So, moving to questions about your single that you released called The End. Based on inspiration, can you share the personal experiences or emotions that inspired you to write The End?
So basically, what happened is I was in a relationship with somebody, and then I got ghosted. And so basically, what's happening is it's me reaching out to this person and telling them, "Hey, where are you? What's going on? I don't want this to end. Can we work it through?" And stuff like that. So it's very emotional, very vulnerable, and just yes, very sensitive.
That's great stuff, Kyoli. And then also vulnerability. What was it like to open up and share such personal experiences in your
It was
music?
yeah, very. It was tricky. It's tricky, because it's one thing to write a song and you know the meaning of it, but then you go out and talk to other people, and they'd like to get a deeper understanding, a deeper feel for the song, and now you have to expose what the song is truly about. So I think it's daunting, but it's also very freeing at the same time, because now I can say that I've moved on and that I'm okay, and I can laugh about it when I share it with other people.
That's awesome, Kyoli. And the next question, based on growth, how has releasing The End helped you grow both musically and personally?
On a musical level, I will say that it definitely sharpened my piano skills and just made me more aware of places where I need to improve more in, like, maybe songwriting. Personally, I would say that, yeah, it just helps me to be more vulnerable and just let things happen, take life with the punches, and definitely has made me so much stronger than I was before. Yeah.
That's really great stuff, Kyoli. And the final question for this moment we have, what advice would you give to aspiring young musicians and artists?
I would say to never, if you really want to do this, don't give up on it, because there's going to be so many people that are going to hear that you want to do music, and everyone always has their own opinions about, oh, you should study. I'm not saying you shouldn't study, but I think give it a shot and don't give up. You never know until you go for it 100%. So keep doing what you need to do, and you need to work hard to make this work, and get that support system for yourself if you don't have one. And yeah, just go 100% at it. Yep.
That's great stuff, Kyoli, on point. Before we head out as well, is there anything else you want to say, maybe to the listeners, probably a shout out to anyone that's listening in?
I want to give a shout out to my parents and my sister and her husband, who are listening on the line. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me. Thank you for the people who listen to my songs, and I appreciate you guys so much. And yes, lots of hugs and kisses.
Awesome. Thank you once again, Kyoli, for your time and to be with us on the lines of South Coast Radio and chatting about your new release called The End. It's really awesome having you with us. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Our Lady of the Moment, Kyoli Lefawane, and you have heard from her about her musical journey and about her new release called The End.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
This is South Coast Radio.